Right, hello. I'm here to talk about a topic called parent shaming, hence why I haven't got any makeup on. I probably look a mess because it's at the end of the day, the kids are in bed, but that's completely what I want to talk about basically, is parent shaming. There's nothing wrong with the fact that I'm not wearing any makeup, there's nothing wrong with the fact that, you know, my hair's a mess and I look rough as hell because, you know, I've been looking after the kids. So basically I'm just here to sit down and talk to you about it, and that's this week's Thoughtful Thursday video. So I don't think there's not one person or one mum that hasn't been like, that's a bit odd, like why is she doing that? You know, like, I'm not saying about, like, I've done it, but I haven't done it about breastfeeding or anything like that, but I've done it about when people, I think it's called baby-led weaning, and I did do it with David, which is even odder because I was like, why am I having it, like, why am I thinking these thoughts where it's like, oh, why would you let your kid like feed itself food at such a young age, when it's like, I've done it myself before. So we've all done it, we can't lie about it. If you're saying that you've never thought a negative thought about another mum before, you're either or you're a freaking angel. You're one of those two. Probably bull yourself and in denial, but there are the odd occasional angels that just don't. So, but I will be the first to admit that I've done it before. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sit here and be a hypocrite. I've done it before. But why do we do it? You know, why do we, you know, shame other mums, as it's called? Why do we have negative opinions on other mums and what they do? If they breastfeed, that's amazing, that's excellent. If they don't, the baby's still being fed, what's the problem? Like, I don't understand all this breastfeed talk. Like, why is it bad if you decide that from birth you're going to feed your baby formula? They're still eating, they're still feeding, they're still getting nutrients and stuff from the milk that's in the powder. Okay, don't get me wrong, breast probably is best because it's natural. It's like saying that if you had a choice between organic and not organic, and if they were the same price, you'd probably buy organic. You know, if you read up on it enough times, you'd probably buy organic. Okay, there are going to be some mums out there that'll be like, no, I wouldn't buy organic, but I think most of us can agree that if we had that choice, we would pick organic if it was the same price. You know, and you know, after all those chemicals that go on our food, I think we would agree that most of us would choose organic. Anyway, let's not get into that discussion, that's a whole different topic, and I don't wish to get onto that one. But like, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, why do we shame other mums? You know, it's not fair. We as women should be coming together and supporting one another, and not just mums. When I say parents, I don't just mean mums, I mean fathers as well. Like, I think it's very hard for men as well to like be a parent sometimes, not because it's difficult. It's like, oh, being dad's really difficult, because to some it just comes naturally, to others it doesn't, but then that's the same with mums as well. But I think when we see a father deal with a child, we automatically go, oh, so cute, well done him for looking after his child. But in a way I'm like, but why? That's his child, why shouldn't he be doing that? Why don't we do that to other mums? You don't go to other mums in a soft play and go, oh look, she's looking after her child, that's so incredibly sweet. Well, of course she freaking is, who else is gonna do it? She ain't hired no babysitter to take her child to the soft play area, has she? I don't understand that, why we do that. It's kind of like we're judging men for doing their rightful job. I mean, I suppose because of the stigma that there are normally deadbeat dads who just will gladly do the work for the baby and then just leave once it arrives. There are sadly people like that, but then saying that there are women who do that as well. They will leave the father and will just claim child maintenance and won't have nothing to do with them and be like, you're not seeing your kid, which is obviously just as bad. But, and this is kind of turning into the fact I'm shaming parents, so this is kind of the opposite way that I wanted to go with this video. But it's like, why do we have to be like that? Why do we have to judge other people, like our parents, for being parents? I don't understand that. As long as they're, you know, they're getting fed, they're being looked after, what's the problem? I don't get it. You know, why do we have to be these perfect mums? You know, I always get really scared, and I'm so frightened. Like, for example, I'm really scared what my neighbours think of me. Like, I'm really paranoid. Like, if I shout at David or I tell him off, you know, like, for example, no, put that down. No, put it down. And then you're like, I've told you once already, put it down or you're going to your room. You know, if I shout that loud enough because I'm getting hot tempered with him, I'm really scared what the neighbours are going to think. Are they going to call social services on me? I've already had my fair share deal with them, you know, because of people wanting to try and muck things up for me and whatever. But, you know, it's like I get really paranoid and really scared what other people think of me. And like when I go drop David off at school, my anxiety is so high. Like even talking about it now is getting me quite, like, my anxiety is rising. I can feel it rising. But like even when I go to school, like I always think like, oh god, they probably think I'm a mess, you know, have I got the right clothes on? I know it seems ridiculous, but that's literally what I think. I think, okay, what clothes am I wearing? Am I wearing something that's socially acceptable? What are they going to think of me? Oh my god, my face looks a mess. Have I still got last night's makeup on? Which actually happened to me one time. I didn't realise until I got back and I was like, oh my god, my eyeliner. I still got my eyeliner on from last night and it looks a mess. It's everywhere. I literally freaked out. But like, it doesn't matter what choices we make as a parent, as long as that child is okay, then why does it matter? You know, it's like baby-led weaning. I did it with David and he's fine, he eats everything. I didn't do it with Kai. I've only just started to let him eat his own food because that's what he likes. He likes to actually feed himself, I found out. But apart from that, I was happily spoon feeding him and he was fine with it. In fact, he actually preferred the pouches for a long time, and there are some foods that he just doesn't like being not blended, and that's just him. So there are a lot of groups out there that like say pro baby led weaning, and I do see it, and actually a lot of mums get attacked for not being baby led, or they get attacked for using jars. Now there is nothing wrong with using jar food, there's nothing wrong with making your own food, and there's nothing wrong with giving jar food. Like if one is like, oh well, at least I know what I give to my baby. Yeah, so do I. I read the damn ingredients on the back. I know what he's eating. I read the ingredients. I use those things called eyes and I read. And it's like, oh yeah, but you can't trust it. Well, if you can't trust what's on a label for a jar, then what the hell do you eat? Do you not look on the back of packets? Like, I don't understand it. But it's totally fine. Like, why are you freaking out just because someone's feeding jar food to their baby? Hello. That was my laptop. And it's just like, it makes me so angry because it's like, okay, you're pro baby led weaning, great. Okay, you make your own food for your baby and you mash it up and everything, great, amazing. Okay, you give your baby jar food, amazing as well. Why does it matter? As long as they're getting food, who gives a flying shit? I don't care if I'm swearing, that is the truth. Who gives a flying shit? As long as your baby's eating, why does it matter? Where does it come from? I see a lot of people attack other mums for it, and it really grinds my teeth because it's like, why do you have to do, it's like they're trying to force people to do baby led weaning, and it's like, no, you don't have to do baby led weaning. You know, it's like, oh, but all these benefits, yeah, okay, it's got benefits and all that, and you can, that's great if you put up a decent argument and you put the cons and pros of it, then that's great, and I think that's the good way to go about it. But the problem I have is when people are like, oh no, you don't want to give them the jars, oh no, you don't know what goes in it, and it's like, yeah, I do. I think I do. My baby's been fine. Kai, he had jars. He had loads of jars and loads of pouches. David didn't have barely any. David's fine. He's growing up. He's now 4. He's starting primary school. He hasn't died yet. Kai's the same. He hasn't died yet. I'm pretty sure he's fine on both. You know, both is fine. And it's like I've done it before, where I am against sleeping with your baby because of my personal opinions. I just don't. I think that it can cause separation anxiety. I think it, you know, and all the other things. I mean, that's just my main concern is separation anxiety, because Kai is so clingy. Because goodness knows what would happen if we shared a bed. That'd be a nightmare. So hell no, not for me. But if other parents want to do it, then go for it. If that's how you feel and you feel the most comfortable sharing a bed safely, I might add safely, with your baby, then go for it. If that's what you find works best for you, then who am I to judge? I don't care. It's not my baby, no offence, but your child is not my child. You know, as long as you're having a good night's sleep, that's all that matters. As long as your child's happy at night time, that's all that matters. You know, okay, when it doesn't work, we ask parents for advice, and that's when groups like Facebook are really handy. But there's no need to shame other people for their choices, is there? I mean, I just don't get it at all. And we need to stop. We need to stop parent shaming, because it's just ridiculous. There's so much hate already going around. Why do we need to add fuel to the fire, as it were? I think the trouble is that media is to blame for a lot of this. So it's not just Facebook as well, but I'm not talking about media like TV, I'm actually talking about newspapers. Now, I don't read a lot of newspapers, but when I see something negative, it's always in the newspapers. Always. It's like, oh, child died from this, child injured from this. It's like, yes, you could probably be the saint of Joanna. Your baby might still get injured. Kai's been hurt. You know, he's fallen over, he's hurt himself. The other day, he walked into the kitchen. What, am I supposed to get rid of the plain kitchen because he walked into it? Don't be stupid. I mean, seriously, they're gonna hurt themselves. And to be honest, the way that as long as it's not excessive damage, and you're not actually hurting them on purpose, them falling over and stuff like that is how they learn. They learn from that. You wouldn't learn to walk if you kept, if you didn't fall over and stuff. You wouldn't, well, maybe you would learn how to walk, but you wouldn't learn how to balance if you didn't keep falling over, would you? I mean, that's just silly. It's like, I don't agree. I don't like putting cot bumpers on the cot because the risk of suffocation does worry me, because my children do roll around in bed a lot. And I'd actually rather Kai hit his head on the bars and him wake up the next morning than him have, the chance of him suffocating against the cot bumper because he's rolled over, he's on his side, the cot bumper's there, he's breathing into it, and he's not able to breathe. That's just my personal opinion. But if you want to have a cot bumper on there and you feel confident enough that your baby's not going to suffocate, then go for it. I'm not your child's parent, am I? I'm not going to control your life. I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm just going to say, well, I don't have it because of this and that reasons. But if you want to have it, that's absolutely fine. Like I said, I'm no angel. I have judged other parents. But I think we just get stuck in this loop. It's like we have to judge other people. It's like a running game. It's like, oh, if you don't judge people, you're weird. And it's like, why is it weird? I don't judge people a lot. I'd like to think that I don't judge people a lot. But there are them odd occasions where I do. And it's actually, like, when I think about it, it's just horrible. Because it's ironic, really, because I have this anxiety of other people judging me. And then when I do judge a person, I'm like, why am I doing that? For f***'s sake. That's the reason I've got anxiety, and I'm doing it. But then it's like an endless circle. So it just, this whole parent shaming thing needs to stop. It's just ridiculous, and it's out of control. It's like that's their life choice, that's their decision, that's their child. It's up to them to decide what they think is best for their child. So you may be wondering why this video has just suddenly been cut like this, and that I'm wearing a different top, and it seems to be morning. That's because my video got interrupted by a really nice charity worker. To be fair, he was actually really, really nice. And then Kai started playing up, and then before I knew, I was in bed. Falling asleep. So I just decided, you know what, we'll just do this awful cut of this video. Basically, I just hope that you got my point in the video, and the fact that, even though I admit that I have parent shamed in the past, so I feel like we need to try and break through this and stop. And I just want to try and get everyone to be a bit more positive and a bit more kind. If we can spread kindness around, that'd be great. I mean, I've said before that I'm a negative person, but I don't want my negativity to affect others, is what I'm trying to say. And so I just want everyone to spread the love around, spread positivity. And also, I wanted to announce the competition winner. So there wasn't actually many entries, unfortunately, but that's okay, I don't mind, because it just makes it easier for me. And the winner of the competition, who wins the Hulk figure and the anime Yokai Watch t-shirt, which is growing in popularity, are the Dougie's family. So if you are watching this video, I will send you a message soon to let you know. You can send me your address and I will ship that off to you ASAP. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Click a like if you did. Sorry if I rambled on a bit. If you made it this far, congratulations, well done, because I don't think a lot of people do. Hit that subscribe button if I didn't already say that, and I will see you in the next video, and I'll see you later. I've got a few good videos coming up, so I'm excited to say that, but I don't want to tell you what it is, it will ruin it. But yeah, I'll see you later. Bye for now. Bye.